week's stuff to do. Yeah, so okay, going on this. So I would, we'd be done a long time ago if we actually had spent a I automatically promise to fix that soon. Short time here. We're getting prepared for a big event this Wednesday to help Sam out with platform for that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. Anyway, back to the task at hand. We got to review of where we have complete project up here. Our work implemented, some of them here. Workflow, we're kind of now at this topic suggestion part. Next point that we're going to be doing, we can, I guess, run this whole thing and see if we can catch any more bugs in here. But really, we want to get to next point where I think we want to show going back to testing another one. Done. It says it's done, but I forget. It's been over 2 weeks, I think, since I did this. So on this thing, show you that here. Events that we capture to manage our state. And yeah, let's see. We're in the dev branch here, so the application all work related to it. We can start with that, and we can just start from scratch and just see if bugs come up. So let's just remove -rf, run application. By default, it should create an stream. We have certain scenarios that we want copy fake event from to test all of this. I'm working on one of these slices. I find fake events, the scenario, state change or state views, blue or green boxes. That's what. But we've kind of been hacking at the naming convention. I keep repeating, we should have a kind of a bit of a review of the whole solution and see how this piecemeal kind of effort can be up, and we can kind of use it for training for AI to basically give us code, etc. There's another project I might be doing publicly with everyone here after we finish this project, which is really to use AI to generate this. And I'm going to do it in a web page, so we're not using Draw.io. I think canvases are good, but I think event modeling has opinions as to where things go, that the free-form nature of a canvas gets in the way. Have this more of an opinionated setting to do all this. So the audio is a good level. I'm not getting into the yellow, so it might be a little bit quiet. I'm going to up here, but just let me know if it's a little bit too loud on your end. So far, so good. I'm up to 70, 80 here. Yeah, I don't know why it's limiting that. I think what I have is be careful because that might clip here. So as long as this doesn't at 30, okay, now, okay, I don't think I'm clipping now. I think my OBS settings are kind of getting in the way a bit here. Turning down the gain on my mic here. Not sure if this is too little. Might be too little. A little bit over here. Okay. I want to make sure that it picks up all of my voice. I did add a filter here. Not sure if I should settings. There's a interesting filter on here that helps with the audio clipping. So I haven't been happy with the way the audio has been recording lately. I might take that off, or just at least see if this microphone thing here has a better way of working. Let me just see if I can find my audio filters. You hear filters, noise suppression, compressor, and there's noise gate. Oh, I don't know which one of these is causing the issue. I take the compressor off. Okay, I don't know if I need both compressor and noise gate. We'll try this another time when I think Yordis helped me with, but I think it's flipping depending where I have them. Doesn't work. Maybe if I take the noise gate off and I leave the compressor, take the compressor off. Let's see if that works. I'll just leave it at this, see what happens. I'll close this up. I turned those off and see if I can get the mic level higher. I just noticed that things were kind of too quiet, maybe, or just clippy on some things. So I'm now at 75, but I'm still not getting into the red here. So okay, let's see. It's still at 43. Okay, now it's effective. I don't know why that was. Was I doing something else? Oh, that was that. Okay, that's my volume for the speaker, but okay. So 58 seems to be okay. It's going into the yellow. See how this stream goes with the audio. Sorry if it sounds awful. I'll work on it when someone else comes here. So okay, let's keep running this. So set name is our first step. So we can also just go straight to just this part of the URL. If I go to set name, control click. Where's my browser? Oh, oh yeah. I was playing around with another tab, and so that's what happens. It launches in the last thing it saw, which is going into the wrong place, of course, as always, because I was clicking on the stream. Sorry, the chat. So that won't work. Let's try alt tabbing to this. Okay, so I had this session open before. Let's control click on this. Okay, so now we have, what do you want to call your open space? Let's just double check that we have that as a default as well. Set name. No, not found. So we don't have that, but I'm not going to worry about it. So event stream, we can also watch for our custom command that we made. Our function in fish shell is events, and then with the events we have scenarios which we can do, but then we can also do some things like watch. I want to evolve this command to be able to navigate what we're doing. Oops, I think I'm in the wrong directory. Oh, interesting. Watch events. Am I in the wrong directory? No matches. Wildcard stream. Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't make it work with no events. Cool. Okay, so we found a small little bug. I can just fix it here and backport it to the next feature that I want, or just cherry pick it. So I like to make cherry pickable commits kind of anywhere. We can just grab them whenever we need, and just have to be aware of what I usually like to have those cherry pickable things if I can, to be to one file, one utility thing. So if you do have a dependency on previous cherry picks, at least filtering by the file that you're working on, you can kind of get what you want out of it. So I do have these in scripts. So if I open the scripts directory here and we look at the events command, we notice that get all the files, sort them numerically, and process only the new ones. Okay, and then so, you know, in this case, we also want to, make sure that we can show an empty directory. So tolerate an empty event stream directory. Let's see what it says to do that. Okay, set file. I just put an if statement around it. Okay. Well, let's just accept that. And then see what happens. It's like the source, scripts, events, fish, and just see what happens when we do that. I actually, it's still, okay, why is it doing that? Unmatched wildcard. Oh, okay. So let's, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, and then just get rid of that. I don't think it knows fish shell well enough. So if I just break this and then add this to chat, let's add to chat. I don't want to do that. I need a new chat and then add this to chat. Fix the unmatched wild card. I'm not sure if it'll be able to fix it. There's not enough code examples for fish shell, but let's see how Claude 3 does in the ls command. You know what? It doesn't need that wildcard there. ls should come back with nothing. Let's just use our own brains for a second here. That's, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so now it's doing the watch. The reason I wanted to test this is just to show that we can see the events pop in here as we use the website. So here we go. We can say event modeling on conference. Continue. Okay, so now we have, oh, we got another bug. So what this thing used to be a lot smoother. That's interesting. So what is the name of this thing? And why is it cat conference? Okay, so it's got this weird thing here. No such file. I never ran it from that directory, so okay. Oh, I see, because we did this. Yeah. So the file actually has to have is event stream. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that should do it. Because I'm not using the pattern matching to include the path, I need to do that. So still a problem because I didn't source it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we have this working, and just to make sure we have it working with the empty directory, I'm going to delete this folder, href event stream. So get rid of that and just go back to, we're still running here. That's good. Don't need to see this. So such a big thing here. And so yeah, I kind of like to see them pop up here, so you can kind of see them. And then the other thing that I want to add, of course, on this watch command here is when we do this events watch, I want to add some properties on there to kind of exclude, use JQ to exclude some quote unquote noisy data fields, or simply fields that are not as important to us when we're watching for something. So it'll kind of be neat to see that. So kind of have a live report of like whatever structure we want to see, but still be more of like a additive only kind of a logging, a tail like command. So let's go back to this and go back to this, and let's submit this again. This should oh, error setting. Oh, that's interesting. Why would it give me an error? And what is that doing this? Oh, I split it. Okay, I didn't know that. Unsplit terminal. We have that, we have that, we have that. I don't want this one. No such file. It should create it. I thought we had, interesting. I thought we had our event store kind of creating. Oh, I see. Oh, it does it only when we run it. So we just have to rerun it. Okay, that's fine. So we actually do need to break this because this doesn't check for the existence of that folder. I think it should, honestly. Gonna make another cherry pick for this because it's more of this infrastructure stuff. But yeah, this whole thing here should be kind of running at the beginning of either getting events or pushing events. I think that's the only time that we're using these. So I think I'm just going to make that as another improvement here. So I'll just grab this guy here, get him out. And yeah, I know there's some performance hit with this, but I really don't care. This is just for fun. And yeah, get count of events and events. I don't want to get rid of that comment, but I'd like to get rid of it later. For now, I think we just do a get diff. Yeah, so that's one. And then here we have this thing that just doesn't choke up on empty directory. Where the pattern matching does choke on that. So, and then we'll git add, and we'll do let's just do the app.js first, and git commit for cherry pick, and you can see I use that a lot. So if you search for cherry pick, that's a convention that I use. You can find helpful things that may be missing from a feature branch you're working on and you want to grab them, these are guaranteed to then merge nicely with the rest of your effort. And again, this is kind of an interesting thing because I'm doing really horrible modularity here. I'm putting everything into app.js, which just is wrecking havoc with Git merges and all that. But it's kind of a high altitude test of the approach to show that you can still get out of those conflicts fairly easily, fairly quickly, and even train re on them and things like that to keep going fast. So anyway, let's keep going here with the cherry pick. We want to add, create event stream there on without needing to restart node. Yeah, we'll git push that. And of course, the next sprint that we add will have all of this. This will be, I mean, we'll cherry pick it for other stuff. And the other thing that we want to do is git add or git status. We should have only one more thing that is outstanding, which is our events command. So git add everything, and that should just be the one. Yep. And then git commit, and then so for cherry pick, and here we want to say that events command tolerates empty event stream. Empty or missing. We should have both, right? Before I push that, I just want to test that. Do we have an event stream here? Fake events, we don't have one, right? So yeah, we don't have an event stream. And do we, yeah, we can still watch it. Okay, so good. So that makes sense. Good, so that's working. So I can just push that, and let's continue running this. So yeah, that should not have happened. So even though we have no, well, that's not gonna work. We have to restart this, right? Oh, actually we did restart it. Okay. So if we do node, that's good. And then now that it's running, we can go here and do that. Okay, good. So it's doing that. And here we can see that this came through. I forgot whether this, we filter out certain things in our script. I think we do. So jumping around a bit here. Let's go to scripts and events. Do we filter out? Oh yeah, timestamp. Yeah, so we do get rid of timestamps because we just kind of want to see them live in here. So I want to propagate this kind of setting as an option on the command line for this command. So we can turn those off and on. So like remove timestamps or something like that, and or don't list timestamps, or kind of like an all. If you have an A, it'll show everything. It'll skip this, something like that. So by kind of like how AG replaces grep with some good defaults for like ignoring git directories and things like that. So that seems to be a good thing. But anyway, if it bugs me enough, I'll change it. So right now we're going through and we can see that the fake events are kind of growing here. So we have that here. I guess I'm not sure if I would want the name of the file in here, or perhaps the index number here to kind of have a running total. It just kind of shows the raw data. I mean, 4 characters at the beginning isn't that much, and when it wraps to multiple lines, it might actually help alignment a little bit. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I could certainly have an echo-n with the file number. Now it does do yeah, it gets rid of this. I forget what. Oh no, it just takes the first 4 characters. Okay, that's fine. So I think the file num should be 4 characters. I'm just kind of curious to see what this looks like. Sorry, just doing way too much of this extra processing here. So I want to do an echo n, and I want file. Oh, it knows what. How did it know I want to do that? That's just weird. Yeah, AI is really good sometimes. Like, yeah, it hallucinates sometimes, but sometimes it's scary good. So I want to source this again and just do the watch command. Okay, so it has a nice little 0, 0. That's the first one. Is first event is our 0 index. So that's correct. Yeah, let's just play around with that. I'm not going to commit it yet. If we like it as we do this, good. So now continue to dates. Let's set a date for our conference. Let's say it's going to be this Friday. Yeah, this Friday it'll just be a day, so we'll leave it at that. So we'll set dates. Notice set dates pops in here, which is exactly what we want. The message is displayed here. We'll add some rooms. We'll do CS100, add. We'll add another one, 200, add. So you can see these rooms getting added, more events being generated. 300, add. Okay, I think we're good with 3 rooms. We'll do that. This is obviously going to need some TLC in terms of usability. It's using the current time and things like that. We'd rather have obviously a default first session, maybe 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or something. And then, something that's better than this. I think this is just a default time picker, which is not kind of what you want when you're making sessions. You probably want them at the top of the hour or offset by a half hour, or some buttons up here to quickly configure this instead of doing this manually. But this gets the job done. It's kind of a pain in the butt to use, but for now, we can kind of do that. I don't know if I want the name in here. Also probably like default to 55 minutes. If you pick this, like I could just add some JavaScript real quick to make it usable, but I'm just not going to bother right now. Just to keep things simple. So we go to 9:55, let's say, and 9:55, and here we can do like something like stupid like slot 1, whatever. So it added that event, good. So now we can go to 10 a.m. here. Let's do that. Again, could make this a lot easier. Yeah, clicking way too much on this stuff. We will improve this. And then we want the name to be slot. Don't even have a slot 2. Slot 2, whatever. Let's just go with these 2 slots for now. Continue. Good. So this kind of let's kind of finish the setup. So we've set the name, set the dates. Then we got the room added. I don't know if I want looking at this. This is very redundant to have the underscore event here in the type. We know that it's events that we have typed. We're not really storing anything like the commands. Oh, that's another thing that we probably need to shave off in here in this del part. Probably would be great. We have some garbage coming in as usual. Can I get rid of this thing? Okay, get rid of that. Report. Okay. Here, block. Okay. I don't know how I can remove these from the chat here. I guess I'd have to go to the studio version of this. I'm just monitoring this on YouTube. And at least it's gone from our chat here. So anyway. All right, so here we are. So now this is where we split off to on the event model. This is one of the last things that the organizer does. It creates this. This is kind of interesting because it has this unique ID requested event, and then the processor picks it up and generates a conference ID. We might have to add another thing here. I'll get into it in a second. And that's to create an edit, an admin ID, so that the person that creates this conference has a link where you can organize the topic suggestions. Again, it's a non-conference, so the participants can suggest topics and all that, and then the organizers move them around. So you kind of want the organizers to only have access to that. So, but for now, we have this as our link. That's our QR code. Yeah, so we can use another tab to be the participant, right? So here I'm pretending to be a participant in this tab. Maybe I can just tear it off, and we can have two windows here. So, you know, this is organizer, but you know, at this point, this is where the QR code is being scanned by the audience, and now we have, you know, I can register. I can see the registration event coming in where I have a registration ID. I am associated with this conference. You can see that that's the event that's coming in here. And of course I have my name here. So that's good. I kind of like that this number here is here at the beginning. It does make it pop out a bit in terms of how I can see the next line carried over, because I don't want this to be formatted to be take up too much space, because I'll have to scroll up too much. So this is actually quite good. Okay, so thank you for registering. So we kind of got to a point where we can, close the registration, and with one person registered, I mean, we'd have more people, but yeah, I forget the workflow that we support. So if I go to continue, there's no sessions proposed, but it's not open. So if I close the registration and refresh, okay, so registration closed. Do we have a bug here? We might actually, because no sessions. So if I go to sessions, there should be a, oh, okay, so that's a problem. So thank you for registering. If I click on continue here, I don't have my registration ID, which is what I would need to actually suggest topics. All right, and over here for the organizer, I need to actually have a screen that allows me to maybe moderate them, but maybe not. That, maybe close the topic suggestion window. That's something we haven't designed yet. But if I copy this and then I go forward and I paste that in. Oops. I paste that in. Oh, reg ID. I think I have to do reg ID. Reg ID equals, or is it reg? Oh, question mark. I forgot about this stuff. Question. Is it reg or reg ID? Reg underscore ID. Well, anyway, what's the auto suggestion here? Let's take a look at the code. I forget. It's been 2 weeks, so I don't remember. Actually, it should be in our model here. Reg ID equals, okay. So reg ID, no underscore. Was that problem? Yeah. Yeah, we need to have this suggest another button. So topics. Okay, that's fake events. Where's my views? So topics. Okay, it has that. But where's the button? Okay, here's the button. Oh, okay, go to registration ID. Okay. So we're kind of inconsistent in doing the registration ID versus reg ID for passing things along. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so it does work. It just has to be registration ID. But we did find a bug, which is in our slice here. So we can go to that slice and fix it. Sorry. So this is, first of all, our design is wrong here. We need to have, this is actually registration ID. Which makes better sense. And one of the problems here when we went from, it's another bug, right? So yeah, let's actually do this. So if we're using event modeling and we have a communication problem, we can start to add shapes for this. So like little yeah, there's like issues with this registration. Sorry, yeah, registering here. If I go to register and we register, where's my congratulations? Okay, thank you for registering. So hitting this continue button actually doesn't take me to the topic suggestion. It took me to the current things, and I can say add another topic. Well, I think that was on purpose. So wait a second, because I think last time we said we actually want to see if there's topics already being suggested by other people. And I think, yeah, we didn't want to wait for the registration to be closed to start submitting things. So I think this is all good. We don't have to add any extra logic to end one phase and start another. They can just keep adding things. But yeah, we do need that button to appear. So I think the problem here is that we don't have it designed to the way things are working. I don't think it's a bug. I think we should be on here and then suggest another. We should have, yeah. See, this now has the registration ID. So the only problem is, the only bug that we do have is here this button is not sending you to, we have two things. We have a bug where we're not passing on the registration ID, and B, it's not going to this screen as indicated. So what we really need to do is move all of this. And this is another reason why we want better tooling for event modeling, so we're not using a canvas the whole time. Let's just close these for a second so we have more room. So what we want to do is say that after we register, we want to move over to this list. So we just need another one of these slices here. So I'm going to zoom out a bit and try and just grab everything here. And I'm not sure if it's going to grab too much. I think that's good. I think it's grabbed everything that it needed. And move it over. Just a little bit. I'm using the cursor just so I don't accidentally click, deselect some stuff. So here's some more room. And unfortunately, actually, we grabbed the topic suggestion, which it should have stayed. That's okay. We can just move that by itself to here, and we can extend it now. So we just want this to kind of be there. All right, and then we want to, since there's not going to be any work on this right now, I don't know if I want to treat it as a slice. It's just going to be this whole thing, and I think I have to grab it like this. Yeah, Control copy, and then paste that here. And this arrow really just goes to here now instead. And then suggest another topic. This is this arrow going to here. So I think that's all, not that. There. Just goes to this page. So that's a more accurate representation. Sometimes, I would say that this is part of the same slice, because this is the only work that's done there. In fact, actually it's not the same slice, because it's the other one has this thing here. So this has another view here, which is this thing being empty. Let's just move this guy over. In fact, you can just go like that. That's better. And that's the event model. And here we don't have anything yet. So this is good because we have this as a default view now. So here we don't have any topics, so it is empty. So we want an empty set here. That's our default view. And then, of course, that gets connected to here. So we know that this is the default view for this screen. It has nothing on it, and we're kind of thrown into this suggest another page. Why is that grabbing this? Okay, so this goes up. Let's just align it a little bit. That I have to fix up these IDs here and all that, but and reg ID should be registration ID, should be registration ID. So I think we should fix that. Maybe topic suggestion has reg ID. Let's just see what that is. So if we go to here, we're not going to fix this in here. Just go to progress and just copy this one because it is done. So put that here and then move that over. I gotta watch the time just to double check that I don't have missing my appointments here. Okay, we got about another 40 minutes, so I should be able to get through another slice, but I do want to correct this, and hopefully tomorrow we can go faster. Okay, good. So that all right, good enough. So we're done with this, but now we have the proper order. So after registering, we do actually, and this is fine. Like if during development you find that you made a decision for the design, just update the design so that people can see that, you know, you don't immediately start to suggest topics. You get to the topics list, and then you can start to do this part. So now that we have this done, we still have to correct this error, which is this continue thing. I can correct it here and just cherry pick this into the feature branch as well, just since I'm here. No problem with doing that. But I do want to make sure that this work is in the feature branch for modularity. So I want that to be complete. If I want to mix and match the slices, I don't want to have a problem grabbing that. So let's do that right now then. This one is saved, so we can save the diagram, our event model. We want to keep this running? Sure. Do we want the application running? No. We want to fix the registration ID passing. So Control C. Where is that bug? So we have the congratulations join conference. Okay, register success, I believe. And here we have this, yeah, sessions. So this should have the registration. So it should do that. That's good. But we also need to make sure that we have the submission of, okay, so this is, so back to the diagram. This is going to be actually a change in 2 spots. This congratulations thing is really this congratulations thing is really something that has the green box here. So I think it's just one slice. Let me just see if that works. Because here we have a participant name, we have a conference name, and then we have a registration ID, which I don't think we pass through. So this is a state view that we have in the app.js here. So it's near the end where we're finishing the registrations. So what do we have here? We have, that's all the error stuff. Topics, it's before topics, submit session, a registration name. Yeah, registration. Okay, so We have topic suggestions. No, it's before that. That's closing the registration. That's all the tests that we have here. Oh, register. Okay, so register ID. Okay, so when we register that, we're to register success. We're just passing it in as a registration ID in the URL, which I'm not sure is great. Oh, here we go. Conference name and conference ID. That's to register. Close registration success. This is where we get the register. Okay, so we do have the registration ID because it's embedded like this. I guess we need to get some consistency later for how we do this with that, but for now we have that. Okay, so we do have this as a okay, so again, our error handling has to also be changed because I believe we started to use the proper express pipelining of these things, so we'll fix that later. But right now it just gives you an error. Yeah, maybe we could fix all those things in here and just copy them over to each feature branch if we want. It's kind of like an all over the place change. So let's, I don't know if I want to do that right now, kind of distracted, but well, that's one of the things is that when we get an error, we want like the errors on the newest pages. I improved it so you don't get this flash of white. I think we did that last time. So let's go in and yeah, what do we get back here? So I have a conference ID, conference name, and registrations, which is a collection. So that's the registration state view, which we use here. And then the registration state view, we render the registration success with the participant name, the conference name, but now we actually need the registration ID. So that's, yeah, we need that. Which is good because this is the state view that's being used here. Perfect. And then we have the registration success, which will then grab that registration ID and do that here. So yeah, let's register as another person because now we fixed that and we can run this. So node app, blah, blah, blah. And then we have this, but then we also have this current sessions. That's for this person. So they're, you know, they have this, this join conference here, which gives us this URL. So let's just be, you know, another person that's joining just to do that. Oops. Okay, so we have that, that, and that. Okay, let's copy this. Why did it jump over here? Okay, so we have that running. And we have this, and then we can be a new person. Okay. New tab. So that's the registration page. So we should be able to do this. Let's just look at this again here, just so we have another. Oh, we have registration closed. So we closed the registration, unfortunately. So we shouldn't be able to join, right? So if I go Bob register, yeah. Okay, that's the white screen that we saw. So let's just get rid of that last event, and this should work again. So let's go back here. Let's try to register as Bob, but we'll get rid of this last event. And this is something you never ever do. If I really wanted a feature here, I could just have reopen, and we could add the logic for handling that. Yeah, it's probably something we will add, because I'm sure there's going to be a place and time when someone says, "Oh no, I closed it too early." It would be nice to just go back to the page and say, reopen this this registration because someone is late or something like that. So definitely we'll do that. But for now, let's just take a look at these events here and just get rid of this last one here. Just delete this one. Okay. And this will have to be rerun, unfortunately, because we just got rid of that. So just watch that. So that's the correct set of events in there now, which we can also see up here. That's what they are. And then go back to testing our application. So now if I register for this, it says thank you for that. Perfect. So I have another registration event. Here the registrant is Bob, where was Adam before. And now if I continue, I have a different ID. Same conference, different ID for the registration. So there we go. It does work now. So we fixed the bug. We can suggest another, and we go to this one, and registration IDs are done. So, okay. So we can do facilitation. We're doing a presentation, and we want to talk about event modeling basics. Okay, so submit topic. Great, it works on the, it works great. Again, if Adam suggests something, we can, and of course, this is where we started to track commands, the source commands, which I don't think we want to display by default in this little view. And I think I just did that to show what you might want to do if you have a system that needs to scale. You want to see when the requests came in originally and kind of see how long your business logic takes to run. You might have a different timestamp on the, notice there's a timestamp in the command. We're not filtering that out. I'm not sure if our little watch thing could actually get rid of any other timestamp nodes inside the children nodes inside that object, JSON object. It's probably a JQ way of doing that. Pardon me. Yeah, let's try another presentation, and here we'll do event sourcing basics and submit this topic. And of course we see that we have two of them, right? And if this other person refreshes their page, they see that they have that topic there too. So okay, so that works well. So I think that's as far as we got. So we can suggest topics, which is great. We see who it's done and the type of facilitation. You know, they're giving a presentation, they're asking for a fishbowl discussion, or they're asking for another expert that they know is at the conference to go and speak at it if they, so anyway, that's kind of, that's the basics of this. And I think now we're going to, yeah, so then once we close registration, we should get an error if we try to suggest another. Again, maybe it's not an error. Maybe we should have, well, first of all, we need another button here. So we actually aren't finished. Let's just double check our design. Is our design faulty? Because, you know, we shouldn't have to hit on voting here. We should say, go to the voting page, that continue to the voting page. I think that's what we're missing from the design. So let's just double check that. So as we're suggesting topics, I don't know if we want to call it skip, but yeah, these are kind of, I guess they are not complete. I forgot about this button. So or do we add some weird logic to not show them? Let's take a look at what we have. topics, submit session. Oh, we do have a skip. But the skip doesn't... Oh, interesting. So it should work, but we have a problem here. We have a registration ID, but it's not showing this because we're not... Yeah, so topics is not looking for... Yeah, this is skip. And this one goes to sessions. Suggest another. Submit topic if we want one. If we want to skip it, we do this. And say, and over here we can say continue to voting, to do voting. So sessions. Submit sessions. So what is our sessions? Okay, so submit topic has this skip. Okay. So topics. Yeah, it doesn't have a button. So from topics, once we look at them and we don't want to add any more of our own, or do we actually have a voting? I think this is the screen where the voting starts. We just didn't design it yet. Do we actually want that? Do we want the same page? And I think we should go to voting after this. That's my idea, I guess, for now. So yeah, I don't want to complicate this page by having to do lots of other things. I think it's good enough that people see what topics there are, but not get distracted with what topics are being voted for currently. I mean, we could make a decision later and make that change. But for now, let's see what our design is telling us to do here. So yeah, we go to suggest another, but there's no way out to actually, aside hitting voting, we need that other button to continue the voting. And we actually haven't designed that yet. So let's design that. And actually first, let's make sure we try to go to that URL. So we're finished with all of this. Like these screens have to be finished. So instead of suggest another, yeah, we didn't design any of the outcomes of voting yet. So and then I'm guessing the people that are the organizers, they might just want to see this raw view as well. The same thing here. They're not suggesting topics, but they will have their admin scheduling screen, which is going to be more interesting tomorrow because we'll design that and it'll show a different way of working. So, okay, so in other words, we have a button that's supposed to come up on here where we do suggest another. We don't want this on, so we need this on the event model here. And then we copy this and paste it, and let's just remove this guy so it's out of the way. Okay, why is he attached to that? Oh, well, that's really stupid. Okay, that's better. This does not belong here. And this is going to be the button that is, say, continue to voting. Okay, I'm gonna copy this button. And then we're gonna go to this part here and whatever. Should have moved them at the same time. Paste here, or is no paste here? Paste here. Okay. It's too bad that doesn't appear when you're actually on another form. That's fine. This should go here because that is this view, which is fine. Okay, so we're doing those. Why do we have extras here? Did we not finish all these? This is just showing that we can go submitting another one. So this is kind of redundant. It's done. And we're just showing 2 topics being suggested. We don't have any invariance there in terms of like suggesting the same thing. We don't care about that right now. I just kind of want to get this whole thing done. Yeah. Let's see here. Where are we? Okay, got another half hour here, maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, got about 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and change this view, continue to voting. I kind of want this flow to be more like a wizard that you're kind of walking through. So so we're calling this button, that is skip. That should go here and then continue to voting. Yeah, if we do that, we kind of want to go to voting. So let's just pretend that that exists, and we'll add that to our slice. So, and this voting thing is on our sessions. To do most of sessions, our topics in this case. Right, so we have that, and I have a button group. I wonder if we had 2 sets of buttons before on something. I think we had skip and all that. So how does that work? I think button group is what we used. One's href, one is submits. So yeah, let's see if we can. What do we do with the other ones? So submit session. Okay, a button group is kind of how we do these button groups, with either a button or an href giving us the same thing. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what the CSS is for that, to treat these as the same thing. Maybe it's just all children in a button group. Anyway, let's try it. So this is the registration success. No. This is the submit sessions. No, that has the 2 of them. So we want the topics one to have this. Okay. So this one will be a href, and we want it to be voting, and we want that to be the registration ID. Is that what we had? Button secondary for the other one? class button primary, button secondary. Well, you can see what that looks like. And we want it to be continue to voting, right? Okay, so right, and so this will be voting and sessions and all that. Perfect. That doesn't exist. It's not found. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, so we cleaned that up kind of a lot. So cd dot design. I kind of want to update the design. So now we have fixed the flow between participant or attendee. Suggesting topics and continuing to voting. All right, so that's that. But here, get status, we have. Oh, is that in there? Okay, so we have. Okay, we should put this events thing. Oh, that's one other thing that I wanted to do is make sure that we don't have this stupid timestamp in the command. Control C. So if I go back to this events thing here, I say, so if we do that and edit, make JQ remove the time stamp at all levels. See if it's smart enough to do that. Oh. Let's give it a go. And I have to source that. And then we can do the watch. Oh, nice. Okay, so it did that successfully. Okay, very, very cool. I kind of want it as a separate commit. Over here. So I want to do git add dash p, and then we want to do scripts fish. So that's one thing. I thought we made more changes to it, but okay. Oh, we added the file name and that. So we should split this. Can we split this? We're adding, yeah, it's a little bit too, oh well, whatever. Yes, whatever. It is just one file, so git commit. We want for cherry pick. And the reason I have to do this is VS Code traps some of my shortcuts on the terminal for fish. I can press Control right arrow if I'm not in this terminal to accept word by word what's highlighted from my auto completion. Right? Or is it Alt? For cherry pick, let's try. Maybe it's not. Okay, so to get events, it's not controls, it's shift, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, it unblocked it. That wasn't doable before. Interesting. Okay. So for cherry pick, events command, now will by default not show timestamps, not show a time stamp property anywhere in JSON. And we also have sequence number in output. So that's good. Git push that. Next, we need to check what we have. So we have registration success and we have topics. So I'd like to have that as a separate thing I can cherry pick for the topics. So again, get add topics. Yeah, it's the only thing we have here. And then we can do a, I don't want to cherry pick this as a feature. I'm putting it in here because it works here, and then I can backport it to my feature branch. So this will be the topics mustache, and I could have it as a stash and then pop it into the previous ones. Interesting. Although so here we need to add the registration, and this is for the register success. So that's not this one. Was that the only thing here? Okay. So that's for registration success. So we don't need this for what we added, because that's just the topics, not registration success. Okay, so I'm wondering if I should just stash this and then pop it out into that and then remerge. Well, you know what? I'll commit here and I'll cherry pick, and the merge should be a no op. So, so let's just do git commit message here. We're gonna say if I was working with other people, I wouldn't do this on a dev branch, because it would introduce this to their. I mean, I could, but this is kind of how you could do trunk-based development if you want within feature branching, but you do have to go and tidy things up, because in order to preserve your modularity, this change needs to be in the feature branch. So you can compose your releases as needed. And if this is not in the feature branch, you're going to have a problem. And you can't just merge this into a feature branch. You have to cherry pick it, because it is, you don't want to be backporting anything else. Some other people might be doing other things in here, so you can't do back merges. So this would be the topics mustache would have the register. What do we have here? Get diff staged. Okay, I got 10 minutes here. And yeah, that's just the Voting. Okay. Move to voting in topic suggestions. Thank you. So I got 5 minutes here, and let's get this cleaned up, and we can come back to this tomorrow for the next features, and hopefully actually design the voting stuff. That's kind of the real core of the application. I should have kind of started with more of those features first, but whatever. Maybe we'll just finish the design of the whole thing, kind of walk through it over and over again until we're happy that it's kind of like working the way we want, and then implement things. So maybe that'll be a good thing. Or maybe I'll probably come back later tonight to do another stream just so that we're moving ahead, because I'm so far behind on adding these things. So okay, so we do this, and then we status, we still have this to that. Okay, so get commit, and we want this to be the state view topics. Yeah, okay. Topics state view now has a UI that shows a button to continue to voting. Okay, that's good enough. We can push that. And what else do we have here? We have app.js, so let's do git add, and then we want the patch of app.js. So do we want to, okay, this is the registration ID included to be passed on to success ID. So this is registration. Okay. So this is the registration success. It's passing it on to the registration success. So this is the register. Okay, so I'll stage this as long as it's not asking me to stage more. No, just this. Yes. And that's all it did. Get status. Okay, so registration. So get commit message, registration, state view, updated to include registration ID to be passed on to suggestion topics to topics list. Okay. Topic state view. That's kind of where we're going. Okay, so git push that, and then what do we have left? Git status. We have this, just the register success mustache. Oh, actually, was that? Get log 1 p. So this was for registration success. Oh, I named it wrong. That's registration success. That's registration success state view. Wrong message. So git commit amend. It's almost right. Registrations. This is registration success state view. That's what it is. Git push force. All right. Next we have, was it the same thing? State view for registration. Yeah. So this one also has to be included in the previous one. So git add everything. Git status should be that. So git commit, and we just want to amend, and we want to do no edit, and then we want to git push force. Okay, so that's that. And now that this works, we need to go and pull those back out to the other branches. So we do a git checkout, and then we want topics, registration, joint conference, register, state view, register that. Okay, so what do we have here? Get log dash p. That's register. It's the wrong one. Register success. Okay, get checkout, and then we want join conference, gen, time slots, that name. Okay, that's too far back. State change join conference. Okay, that's not join conference. Node. I think we're already on that. Yeah. Okay. With here and get, okay. Look at from here to the dev BPF sprint start 3. That's a post. So that's a get for register. Oh, it is part of this. Okay, so we just put it as one slice. And I should have it actually the other way. Start 3 to here. That'll give me a positive view of this, of actually what happened. Register, and of course we do have the registration success ID, which is where this belongs. So down here you can see this is missing from this render. So we do get log of the BPF BPF dev. So we have registration success, state view. So that's what adds that, and it also adds the sessions button to the right thing. Right, so it is this one here. So I want to cherry pick this one here. All right, so we grab this here and get cherry pick, and we cherry pick this guy here. Oops, what the hell? Thought this was supposed to. Copy. Okay. Can we just cherry pick that? Okay, good. Good. So did that. So git push. That's good. Git checkout. Just see that it merges properly. Oh, god damn it. Git checkout bpf dev. Make sure that we can merge that. And then we can go back to our register state view. Yep, should work just by default. So git push. So obviously now we've marked that that's merged. And the other problem that we have on dev here is git log -p. So we did that. That's the merge. Then we had this registration thing. And now we have this. Oh no, we had registration success here. Hold on a second. Did we get the wrong one? 7.8. Oh yeah, no, this is the merge. State view. Oh, I see. It's getting both from both sides. First parent only. Okay. Merge. This is this registration. Yes. And then we have this for topics. Topic state view. Yeah. Topic state view. Oh, I'm late for my things. Okay. So I got to jump. I'm going to finish this later. I got a meeting. So see you later this evening, maybe in an hour. We'll see how it goes, but I should be back for finishing this up and then finishing up the design and hopefully getting started on the next slices so that we can have this whole thing hopefully finished within the next 2 days and move on to more fun stuff. So thanks for joining me. If you're watching this later, do join the Discord to ask questions about this or any other videos that we put out, the podcast, etc. Grab Martin's book if you want to know